Is it possible to travel all over the world using your imagination? I think it's an interesting question to consider because many people out there, maybe you're one of them. I mean, personally, I've had goals where I wanted to travel. You may have goals, you might know people who want to travel around. Have you ever noticed this tendency we have where when we might know a destination where we want to go, but instantly we're like, well, I can't afford it anyway, so it's probably not realistic to assume that I'll ever go there. I mean, it's a it's perhaps part of a phase that we go through in life, especially when we're younger. But strangely enough, even adults can have this issue where they have goals, but because they don't have the money, they feel like they cannot have it, like they cannot do it. Which, to a certain extent, you could say is true, where physically speaking, if you don't have the money, you can't just get on an airplane and travel and expect them to take you there for free. Odds are it's not going to work out for you. But there's also another way of traveling which is more, how would I describe that? It's more obscure. It means traveling through the mind, with your spiritual body. Now, this is something that is closely related to what they call an out-of-body experience, or astral projection, or perhaps even lucid dreaming, because still, you could always wonder, is this so-called life experience that we're having right now not just another dream? A dream within a dream, who knows, right? We don't know for sure, but we can have sort of a revelation through the intuition concerning these matters, that yes, there's a lot more going on in this world than we realize. But let's tie this all back to traveling. Can you use your imagination to travel? Yes, absolutely. That's the good news. Now, it took me a while in my own life because there have been times where I had the opportunity to travel to pretty cool places. Yet what stopped me personally was that I was gonna go alone. Like, I wouldn't even know anyone at the destination that I was going. For example, in America, stuff like that. By now I do know people in America and stuff like that because of YouTube. That's awesome. But this is like when I was still a teenager, the idea scared me. Even though I could go there and I wanted to go, I didn't do it because it scared me. I'm like 18 years old, I'm gonna go to America. I don't know anyone, I don't know anything there, and I'm just gonna travel there alone. Well, good luck with that, Renil. That's what I was thinking. Of course, there are people out there who do just that. Now, how do they do it? Well, I think this all ties into making a firm decision of where you want to go with your life. Again, a holiday is another goal. It's like a career goal, you could say. I know it's different, but what I'm getting at is you have a specific place where you want to go. Now, within your imagination, you can imagine yourself already being there. Now, what's gonna make it so that you're going there physically? What will make it happen for you? It's a firm decision. When we talk about a firm decision, I mean, we have to literally decide that, okay, this is where I'm gonna go, and you stick to that. That's what a decision is. And many people, they change their supposed decisions around a lot. Where they're like, I want to go there, and then instantly, or maybe a few minutes later, a few hours later, they always have contradicting ideas concerning that plan. But a firm decision, a real decision, means you're gonna go where you decided you will go. No matter how long it takes, no matter how difficult the journey to get there. This is how you can travel, through your imagination, because again, as I said in the previous video, goals are constructs of your imagination. You have an idea of what you want, these wants all float around in your consciousness. They exist on a different frequency within the universe itself. And then you start to dissect them, so to speak. You start to analyze them through your own consciousness, and you're like, I can sense this desire, this goal that I want to go there or do this with my life. And then it's up to us to stay focused on that. To decide, okay, this is what I'm going to dedicate my life to. Now, many people fail to dedicate their lives to anything. They're just constantly moving back and forth from places, from jobs, from locations, from relationships, from friendships, from where they're living physically. I mean, they have no clear indication of what their life is supposed to be about. And again, you might think, what does this have to do with travel? A lot. This has everything to do with traveling as well. Because again, these are goals that you're having while you're having this human experience of yours. And that's totally fine. But what I'm getting at is, and what we want to understand is, how can we make our goals happen, okay? So you decide on a location where you want to travel. You have one in mind, I hope for you. I mean, if you want to travel, you should have a destination. Let's just say, since I'm in Europe, let's decide on, we're gonna go to the Grand Canyon. I mean, if you're American, you already are familiar with this. It doesn't matter, it's just an idea. Right, so I have that goal. How am I gonna get there? If I don't have the money, so I can't really go there physically, right? Alright, so what happens once you make a decision? Well, once you make a decision that you're gonna go somewhere, that you're gonna do somewhere, the money follows. Once you make a decision, the money will follow. Now, how does that work? Haven't you noticed in your life when you really wanted something and you decided, I'm gonna go get it, I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna do this? Well, then all the means of doing it follow that decision. This is the tricky part, but this is again what we want to discover based on our own individual experiences throughout our life. Because even if I'm telling you this, it might still not really ring any bells or make you really use it in your life. But once you have the experiences, once you can clearly observe your own life and how you've already been doing this, again, you'll start to realize how to use it consciously in all areas of your life. So we make the decision, we're going to go to the Grand Canyon. What would happen for me? Well, the easiest way is exactly like Neville, for example, would describe it, like a bridge of incidents will occur. Now what that means is that stuff is going to happen, stuff is going to change around in my physical world that will make it possible for me to make the journey. So perhaps if I need more money, I might do it through my career right now, or I might get another job, or I work longer hours, I don't know. You know, this is all part of that bridge of incidents that occurs after you make the decision. And then you'll discover that the way to get where you want to go is being created, is being manifested. It reminds me of some other people who wanted to travel to other places in the world that I talked to over the years, who always held back because they were like, I don't really have the money right now. But it was after they decided. They made the phone call, they contacted a travel agency or whatever. They really got serious, and once they did, that's when they figured out how they could actually do it. They realized, oh wait, I can make down payments, whatever, I can do all sorts of stuff. That suddenly makes it easier, financially speaking, to get where I want to go. You see? But these are all goals that first, always remember, originate within your own imagination. You have all these visions, these ideas, these things floating in your consciousness where you're like, I would like this, I would like that, I would like to go there, I would like to do this. And if you understand, again, that it all comes from your own imagination, well then you'll understand that yes, it's possible to travel by using your imagination. That's what we're getting at. So what I'm trying to do here is break down the process that are of a very metaphysical, spiritual nature, where we're talking about stuff that you can't specifically see with your physical eyes, and the way to get where you want to go usually is also not necessarily visible to your eyes right when you set the goal. But over time you start to become involved in a process of certain activities, that bridge of incidents that will lead you towards where you wanted to go. Now that's what they meant with his ways are past finding out. Like the ways of the universe are past finding out. We are simply becoming aware of how to do something over a certain period of time. But the way to do it already exists, even though we might be ignorant of it right now, until we hook ourselves up through consciousness with what we want. Now, hooking yourself up with what you want through your consciousness means simply becoming emotionally involved in the goal that you've set for yourself. And emotional involvement means being sure that you love the goal, that you have gratitude, that you have good emotional response to the goal that you set for yourself. Because if you have a good emotional response, that's a sign it's a good goal for you to go for. But there's also goals you'll discover in your life where you don't feel as good. You actually feel almost repulsed by it. There's a signal that it's probably not the right goal for you. There are certain activities in this world that you might not like. So it's best not to set goals for yourself concerning those activities. You set goals of what you want. So if you want to travel, again, the steps are simple. First, decide exactly, clearly where you want to go. What is the location? Then, understand that it's a process, again, of growth, of expansion. A bridge of incidents will occur. So you figure out where you want to go. You know how much money you need. Figure that out, the exact amount. Once you have those two in place, the only thing you really have to do is simply focus on manifesting that money. This can be done through either earning it, or perhaps somebody's gonna give it to you. You can decide which side you want to pick. I think the easiest way to start is always to focus on earning it. Simply do what you can do from within your current circumstances, and if other people want to financially support you, they'll automatically come along in this journey. They're gonna offer the money to you on their own, decision. It sounds kind of bizarre, I know, but this is what's gonna happen. So you want to just decide where you want to go, know how much money it takes, then decide that you're both going to earn it and manifest it and receive it from others. I mean, that's all there is to it. That's all I'm doing. You place yourself there in imagination, pretend that you already are at the location that you want to be, and the way to get there, well, will be manifested. Over a certain period of time, you'll walk across a series of events that will take you towards the location that you set for yourself within your imagination. That is the trick to traveling wherever you want. So you want to stop thinking, oh, I don't have the money, so I can't go there. You can go there, maybe not this second physically, but you can go there. That's all you have to remember. Simply decide on where you want to go. Even if you don't have the money will follow after you made the decision, after you got serious of going to where you said you wanted to go. Then the rest follows that decision. The universe will respond. Trust me, this works. Anyways, with that being said, never forget that we are the dreamers.